Hey everyone, before we begin, I just wanted to remind you that this episode is part of a larger podcast, which you can find on Rachel Wagner's channel. I'll have a link to that at the end of the video and in the description below. As you can tell, I'm not doing a full-blown intro to my video today. I don't think I'm going to keep doing those, and I probably am going to cut the outro as well. I'll just do a quick little audio intro to plug Rachel's channel, as I am doing now, and we'll get on with the video. Today we're going to be talking about the third episode of Season 1, The Unquiet Dead. Thanks for watching.
Gwyneth! Where have you been? I was shouting.
Been in the stable, sir, breaking the ice from Samson.
We'll get back in there and harness him up.
Whatever for, sir.
The stiffs are getting lively again.
So let's move on to episode 3. So this one, I loved this episode. I thought it was so fun. In this one, they go back in time to 1869, the doctor and Rose, and they go back to this funeral parlor. And there is this man who runs the funeral parlor, and he has this servant who is a medium, kind of a clairvoyant. And there's basically like this mysterious sort of vapor, steam, whatever you want to call it, that is sort of turning these dead bodies into
Zombies, basically.
Yeah. And there's this connection between this servant woman and the zombies and everything like that. And so end up meeting Charles Dickens. These people kidnap Rose. And so then the doctor and Charles Dickens end up like kind of hunting down Rose and trying to figure everything out. And there's lots of sort of I loved how they were both, Rose and the doctor were both sort of fanboying out over Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens, you're brilliant, you are. Completely, 100% brilliant. I've had them all. Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, and what's the other one? The one with the ghost? Christmas Carol? No, the one with the trains. The Signalman, that's it. Terrifying. The best short story ever written. You're a genius.
You want me to get rid of him, sir?
No, I think you can...
That was so fun. I loved the actor who played Charles Dickens. I thought he was great. And it ends up that basically this lady Gwyneth ends up kind of sacrificing herself because she's this bridge between the afterlife and these zombies or whatever. And they find out that the zombies can't handle gas. And so she ends up becoming this sort of bridge with the gas and the fire. And anyway, this was able to get rid of the zombies, and I just loved it. I thought this was so entertaining. I loved all the dialogue. I loved everything with Charles Dickens because I love Dickens, and I really liked the horror elements with the zombies and with the, I thought it was sort of creepy and I don't know. I just thought it was so entertaining. I had a huge smile on my face watching it.
Okay, so I think you might have been confused on a little bit of it. They're not from the afterlife. They're not like actually coming back from the dead. The vapor, the gas, the gas is actually creatures from another planet. The Gelf.
She's like a bridge. Like she's like, she connects the two. That's what I meant.
Yeah, there's like a rift in time and space. So it's like a wormhole, basically. A very small wormhole, and they're leaking through this wormhole. So wherever they're from, they're made of gas, and it sounded like maybe they'd had bodies at one point, but their bodies had been destroyed.
I misunderstood that. I thought it was okay. I didn't realize that it was to another planet, not to, or I forgot. That makes sense.
Yeah. Basically, it's sort of a science fiction explanation of ghosts.
Right.
Which I feel like they've done similar things with other creatures. Like they have one that's witches, they have a werewolf, vampires. So they like to take an old myth or magic type thing and put a science fiction twist on it. And I think this is one of my favorites when they do that, because I loved the idea that ghosts are actually gas aliens from another world. It's such an interesting idea. And I loved the execution of it. I think they did a great job with this.
It really is, and they did a good job sort of creating tension, and like I said, bringing in some of those sort of horror elements into the story, and I don't know, I just loved everything with Charles Dickens. I thought it was so fun, and you get to see him kind of very excited about Christmas Carol, and and I don't know, I thought it was really entertaining. I liked all the performances.
Yeah, they got some great actors for this.
Yes. Yeah, I guess it actually aired in April. It's interesting because it definitely feels almost like a Christmas episode.
Yeah, I noticed that when I watched it last night. I thought they really could have maybe saved this for a Christmas special.
Yeah. I don't know. And I guess I'm a sucker for period piece stuff in general. And it almost reminded me a little bit of like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which is something that I actually really enjoyed. And it got really harshly criticized in the reviews, but I thought it was really fun. This sort of mashup of something that was sort of classic, Jane Austen with like zombies, and I felt a little bit like that. So it was Charles Dickens and sort of the proper and prim of a period piece matched with zombies and Doctor Who and everything else, and so I think I got that same kind of enjoyment. What score out of like 1 to 10? Why would you rank this? How would you rank this episode?
I would probably give it somewhere between 8 and 9, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 9.5. This may be my favorite episode I've seen so far. I really liked it. I haven't seen enough to say that this was a perfect episode, but I thought it was darn entertaining. I really enjoyed it. So
it's one of my favorites of the period pieces.
Yeah, I bet.
Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas to you. God bless us, everyone.
Hey everyone, I just finished editing this video, and I realized that this particular review is going to go up the same day as my introduction to my new series, The Christmas Carol Countdown. A series where I'm counting down different versions of A Christmas Carol, which is the story that sort of, in a way, inspired this episode of Doctor Who and featured rather heavily in it, especially with Charles Dickens being the main character. But I guess this video can serve as sort of an unofficial addition to my Christmas Carol Countdown. So be sure to watch my introductory video today and come back next week for the official beginning of the reviews. And if you're interested in more reviews with Rachel, my second week, Rachel and I will be reviewing 3 of her favorite versions of A Christmas Carol. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.